Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst.
Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
And the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water. With Pat McSherry.
All right, what a fish.
And Andy Fiocca.
Wow. Get the colors on this fish.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of In-Depth Outdoors. I'm James Holst. Now on today's show, we're coming off of one of the worst winter storms that I can ever remember. 20 plus inches of snow here in central Minnesota. Not a lot of options for places to go this week. Huge winds over the weekend have really messed things up throughout the entire Great Lakes region. And back here at home, it's still really cold. Should be spring. We should be looking at green grass by now. Instead, I'm looking at snow piled up over my knees. So today, we're gonna go to the Mississippi River out of Red Wing, Minnesota to fish with Dean Marshall. Many of you might be familiar with Dean. He's currently the manager, co-owner of Skeeter Boat Center, but way back when he was also the manager of Everett's Resort, which is the main access point on Pool 4. Now, I've known Dean for a long time, going on 20 years. And in the last 3 or 4 years, we've really wanted to get out, do some fishing together, but just haven't made time. So wouldn't you know it, we've managed our chance to get back out on the boat together to coincide precisely with some of the worst conditions a river fisherman could ever ask for. Falling water temperatures, coming off an enormous cold front. So it's going to be an interesting day out there on the water with an old friend. So it's Dean Marshall and I here today on In-Depth Outdoors. Well, we picked a beautiful day to do this, Dean.
Well, you know, actually, it isn't all that bad, James. All things considered.
Could be a lot.
We've had far worse.
Well, we won't have any boat traffic or much to deal with. Fish. Crunch.
Oh boy.
It's not a giant, but it's a decent one.
You remember how that works?
I remember how that works. It's about a 5-pounder maybe. Oh boy, did she slug it. Hello, sweet lady. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's the girth that only a Mississippi walleye can give you. Big old fat lady. Water's cold today following that storm, but on the flip side, we've got absolutely no company today. We have Pool 4 all to ourselves, and hopefully we see a lot of these over the gunnel today. Let that lady go. See you later. Boy, she's fat. Got that on a Pulsar Bee Fishing Tackle. Electric blue pearl tail. It's a paddle tail. Got a real active hind end there. I'm fishing that on a 1/4 ounce VMC Moon Eye jig. Real simple presentation. I had thrown a rip and wrap. Dean's fishing a blade bait. Hadn't bumped any fish. Hadn't put any fish over the gunnel. Made a couple casts with this and fish on. All right, let's get that back in the water and see if we can't get another one in the boat. As everybody knows, we got about 20 plus inches of snow in a lot of areas. It was quite the trip down last night. What usually takes about 45 minutes took us about 2 hours. And I think that's why we're all alone here today. It's exactly what Dean and I were hoping for. There he is. Feels like a pretty decent one. She hit just as that wind picked up, that gust. I didn't quite get that nice tight connection on her. Have not seen her yet. A little smaller than the last. Got her way out there on the cast. Thank you, sir. Well, this one woofed it too. Can't tell you that they're coming fast and furious. We're just kind of moving the boat on spot lock. We'll set up on a spot, fan cast for a little bit. Nothing hits, we'll just move down 10, 15 feet and seems to put us on another fresh fish or two. Any fish we catch today after that cold front that went through, that storm, we'll take it. Particularly since we're getting them pitching plastics. My favorite. See you later.
Was that sweeping, James, or at the end?
Just feeding it right on the beginning of the cast. Made the long cast out there, just closed the bail and just let it sink to the bottom, and I was just lifting it up, letting that current work it. Sweeping just a little bit, but not too much. Same plastic color, that electric blue pearl tail. Simple, basic, sometimes it's the best.
Fish! Fish on!
Oh, Dino! You got a good one, do you?
Well, you know, they're all good. We'll just let him decide where he wants to go.
As long as it makes my job easy, I'm all for it. That's a
Respectable.
nice fish. I told you it was all about that firecracker chartreuse.
Huh, who'd ever thought that color would
Oh
work?
yeah, 9 out of 10 times, right?
I think it's safe to say that James and I have a history with this color combination.
Never met a walleye that didn't like it. There you go, sir.
That's a pool 4 fatty.
She's beautiful to me, Dean.
Oh, that's fun. Plastics are great.
That's a dandy fish, Dean.
Yeah. Hope to see it about 5-6 years from now.
Well done.
That net, that just never quits feeling good. I think I'll have died when that doesn't feel good, James.
Or will deserve to leave. They're not stacked up here, but the ones that are up here, they're vicious.
Yeah, they're quality fish, but this cold front, it's a lot to ask these walleyes. I mean, one minute we're this end of the scale, and next minute we're down here, and I don't think they know if they're coming or going. 35-degree
water temps this morning. That's cold.
So whatever we do, we don't talk about this top secret color combination.
Right.
I think firecracker chartreuse is probably, in the last 10 years, put more personal best walleyes in the boat here than any other color I know of.
And that's all we need. We need next quarter so that we can postpone it to everyone.
Yeah? Stop working right now! Look outside. Is this spreadsheet weather? No, it's not. This is fishing weather. So stop clicking, get out there, and catch a bass. Stop what you're doing and start fishing Rapala ripstop.
Authentic Series soft baits from Beefish and Tackle are just what the doctor ordered if you want to scratch your big fish itch. Available in 2 body styles, the Moxie Auger Tail and the Pulsar Paddle Tail offer a perfected blend of field-tested color patterns and hyperactive designs that come to life in the water to produce unparalleled fish-catching movement and vibration other soft baits just can't match. Authentex Plastics, your prescription-strength cure for slow fishing, only from Beefish and Tackle.
Brandel GM in Aiken, Minnesota's only haggle-free Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer, is a proud sponsor of In-Depth Outdoors TV. Our Brandel value price ensures that you don't have to spend your entire day haggling to get a great deal. And every new vehicle comes with our exclusive gimmick-free lifetime powertrain warranty. Whether you're in need of service, sales, parts, or body shop repair, stop by our state-of-the-art facility in Aiken or visit us 24/7 at brandelgm.com.
Like the fishermen who swear by it.
So we started our day up near the dam pitching, but we've relocated now. We've come back downstream. What we're going to do is we're going to use a presentation called Dubuque rigging, and it's a presentation we use when you get really adverse conditions here on the Mississippi River. Water temperatures have dropped after that snowstorm over the weekend, and we're counting on these fish being willing to eat, but not if we're moving the baits too fast. And Dubuque rigging is the perfect solution for a tough bite scenario.
Fish!
You need the net or you got them?
No, I need the net. Whatever you do, don't spill my coffee.
Whatever I do.
I'm gonna hit spot lock real quick.
Fair enough. I love this. You're like multitasking.
Yeah, how about that? Don't tell anybody.
Did he crush it on you?
Yeah, he did. He smoked it.
You caught the first fish, so now you got to explain to the folks what we're doing.
Well, first thing we're gonna try to do is land the fish.
Details.
We're pulling Dubuque rigs. And just a slowed down version of fishing the current seam with our plastics.
Yeah, about as slow and precise as a guy can get putting plastics in front of a fish. I got him.
Oh boy!
Got her. All right. It's a good one. Whew. So what color did you get it on?
That was on that secret color that we don't talk about, and I think that's a sign of commitment.
Snarf.
Look at that big old dropper jig. That fish wasn't getting away.
Wow. Well, even at 35.6 degree water temperatures, they can still be pretty aggressive and hungry.
And it's funny, you know, the B-fish paddle tail, we're in a very subtle bite, but yet that's aggressive. It still gives a good thump, but we're fishing it real slow. Just a nice, typical pull 4 walleye. Thank you, Mrs. Walleye.
So what we're fishing here is a Dubuque rig, likely invented by some very savvy fishermen in Dubuque, Iowa. Definitely not something we came up with. And what it really is centered around is there's a 3-way swivel there, right at my thumb. 3 attachment points. One goes up to the rod, one goes down to the heavy jig at the bottom, and the other goes back to this trailer where we pull a second bait. Here on the Mississippi River, you can fish 2 rods with a single lure, or you can fish 1 rod with 2 lures. And that's what we're doing here. That really heavy jig on the bottom allows us to present these baits real slow. We've just got the boat, we're just slowly pulling into the current, about 0.3 to 0.5 miles an hour. So no faster than half a mile an hour. And then this trailer, of course, is just swimming back there about 6-8 inches above the bottom. It's a very effective way to present baits very slowly at times of the year when the fish are very lethargic. And that did not take you long. I was still tying on my dropper.
Yeah, and it's just incredible. That fish had that big old chunk of lead. There was no messing around. He had it halfway down.
Now on the dropper weight, that lower jig, you're fishing 5/8?
Actually 3/4. I started with a 5/8 and it just wasn't quite right.
So 3/4 of an ounce. I've gone as heavy as an ounce in the past when the current's a little bit higher, but that 3/4 of an ounce keeps both of those baits down there. You just move them really slow. You'll watch us. We're just taking the rod tip, we drop it back a little bit, find the bottom, and just pick it up, and they hammer it.
It's kind of like an oxymoron, you know. It's a real aggressive bait that we're fishing real slow.
Let the current do the work.
You bet. Fish.
Good one, or?
You know, they all feel good, James.
10-4 to that.
I don't think it's as good as the last one, but...
I might have to switch up some color combinations here, friend.
Did you spot lock?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Not as nice as the other one, but...
Nope, on the top, too.
On the top one this time.
Here he comes. Was that the oyster shell?
No, actually that was a green core.
Oh, man, we haven't caught a male yet today.
No.
I'm okay with that. And the crazy thing is, a guy could cast in here until your arms fell off and you wouldn't catch those fish because the current moves the bait too fast.
Yep. And maybe this afternoon they'll be a little more aggressive, but But nice fish. And look, James, she's starting to spew a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yep.
I think she likes you.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Her smack.
Dig it. Keep doing it.
That's a good sign when we get one on the, it seems like a lot of times when you're fishing these rigs, it's all on the jig or all on top. So that's one of each.
Yep. This is working out all right.
In pursuit of what lies beneath, Okuma Fishing Tackle is the point of connection between angler and opportunity, giant pike and muskie, drag-screaming salmon, and deep-bodied lake trout, hard-fighting bass, and the elusive walleye, all pursued by anglers that demand the smoothest, longest-casting reels and perfectly balanced fishing rods, engineered to perfection everywhere, every species. Okuma Fishing Tackle is inspired fishing.
I got
Skeeter Boat Center is now a full-service Warrior Boats dealer, offering the complete line of Warrior boats, all covered by reliable Yamaha outboards. With dealerships located in Ramsey, Minnesota and Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, Skeeter Boat Center carries more Warrior boat models in stock than any other Warrior boat dealer. No matter which Warrior model is right for you, you'll receive the same attention to detail and service after the sale that made Skeeter Boat Center the #1 Skeeter dealer by volume in the Midwest. For the best selection of fiberglass fishing boats and unmatched service, stop in or visit us online at SkeeterBoatCenter.com.
Looking for the perfect fishing vacation? Leech Lake, Minnesota. There's over 112,000 acres of water to explore, with fantastic walleye, bass, pike, panfish, and trophy muskies. The fishing opportunities are endless. Leech Lake has it all, with over 30 resorts, lodges, campgrounds, and hotels line its pristine shores. Plan your trip. It's Minnesota's original up-north vacation destination.
Fish.
Netter?
Yep.
Keep you out of the trees?
Yeah, it's not super big, but you know, when you set the hook, James, they all feel for that millisecond.
Where you at? Where you at? We're doing the worst two-step dance here ever. Oh, we got him. We got him. Her. They're all females. I'm gonna drip some walleye water in your coffee there. Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh, that's okay. But don't try this at home, kids.
The average size has just been fantastic, Dean.
Yeah, you know, and you know, we kind of take for granted, James, when you know all the years we spent here, but that's a big thank you to Lake Pepin Shad Base.
Yes, ma'am.
Forage base, second to none. Oh, thank you for the ride, girl.
I think we got a pattern going here, Dean.
I think we're right.
I think I might have to switch over to yours.
You wanna?
Not yet. Maybe at the next pass we'll switch it over. There's one.
Atta boy. Spot lock.
She's on. It's not a giant, but I'll take it. I think it's on the jig. Yes, it is. Oh, Dean saved my bacon!
Better be lucky than good.
I feel like I was both there. And you get some major points.
Which, was that on the jig or
that was the jig, yeah. Is that a boy? A male? I think that might be a male, our first one of the day. Getting up here along a stretch where we got a lot of rock, so my guess is this guy's waiting for the females to get ready to spawn, but let him go. 2 points for Mr. Marshall back there for doing the scoop.
The old man still got one left in him.
Yes, you do. I got that on firecracker chartreuse paddle tail. Like a broken record around here. When it works, it works. 3/4 of an ounce orange jig head. And that's my first fish on the Dubuque rig. Of course, Dean back there, he's had a few more than I have. We're gonna straighten that out though before the end of the day.
What was that? I didn't hear what you said.
I'm about ready to put some moves on you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was on the just the drop back. It's kind of a lift and drop back. As soon as the jig started to go back down to the bottom, he kind of just sucked it up.
Authentic Series soft baits from B-Fish and Tackle are just what the doctor ordered if you want to scratch your big fish itch. Available in 2 body styles, the Moxie Auger Tail and the Pulsar Paddle Tail offer a perfected blend of field-tested color patterns and hyperactive designs that come to life in the water to produce unparalleled fish-catching movement and vibration other soft baits just can't match. Authentex Plastics, your prescription strength cure for slow fishing, only from B-Fish and Tackle.
In pursuit of what lies beneath, Okuma Fishing Tackle is the point of connection between angler and opportunity, giant pike and muskie, drag-screaming salmon, and deep-bodied lake trout, hard-fighting bass, and the elusive walleye, all pursued by anglers that demand the smoothest, longest-casting reels and perfectly balanced fishing rods, engineered to perfection everywhere, every species. Okuma Fishing Tackle is inspired fishing.
At Aluma, we're in it for the long haul. That's why we make the longest-lasting, most rugged trailers on the road. Flatbeds, bike haulers, tilt trailers, and enclosed. If you have a lot to move, we've got your way to move it. Our lightweight aluminum trailers will handle even your heaviest loads. At Aluma, we are right behind you with an industry-leading 5-year warranty. Because every trip and every load is valued.
Fish. There we go.
You have one?
I can't tell yet. Yeah, I think it'll be a net. About half our fish today on the cast and the other half on the Dubuque rigs, and making a potentially tough day turn into a pretty good bite here. I'm willing to see it and be proven wrong here. Just an average. Thank you, sir. Nice. Oop, I don't want to do that. There we go. Man, they're thick and healthy. That fish hit that electric blue white paddle tail that I started with at the very beginning of the day. Kind of circled back to it here after trying a couple other colors. Fish are still digging it. You know, as these water temperatures come back up following the snowstorm, average size of these fish will climb right back up. Of course, the only downside will be there'll be a lot more boats here. It's kind of fun here today to have one other boat out here with us now. All right, back you go. And gone. We're soaking up the warmth of the midday sun here. It's not too bad right now. Dean just looked at me like, what are you talking about? It's a lot warmer than it was this morning.
Fish.
Yeah. Attaboy, Dino!
Not very big.
Oh, you don't care? Want me to knock them off for you?
Yeah.
All right, I can do that.
Where's that at?
I've never knocked off one of your fish. You take that back.
Okay, I'll take it back.
Looks like it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a toad, but it's a fish.
There you go. Well done, sir.
Well, they sure are healthy, though.
They're fit to bust.
We switched to some darker colors, and
there he is. That one's way out there. That one got me excited. I thought it was going to be a giant the way it hit. One of those 3.5 to 5 pounders, I bet you. Which is not to sound like I'm complaining. It's a great fish. Thank you, sir. A little nicer than my last one. And that's why that hit felt so good. The fish had the thing just completely engulfed. Jig head went through the net. There we go. That one's a little bit paler in color. Just snarfing on that electric blue pearl tail. Fishing it on a 1/4 ounce VMC Moon Eye jig head there. It's got that real nice hook keeper on it. Putting some nice fish in the boat here today. Could be a little warmer, but we don't don't always get what we want, do we? All right. Oh. You know, we're probably on a bite here that, pretty safe to say, it's probably one of the slower days that we're going to see here in the next week. It's only going to get so much better. 35, 36 degree water temperatures right now. You know, really you're looking for that 42 to 45 range for these walleyes to kind of get back into spawning mode. I know some fish did spawn a week ago. They've stopped now, obviously. But once those water temperatures get back up into that low to mid 40 degree temperature range, this bite's just going to go nuts.
Fish.
Oh yeah. And they say it couldn't be done. There you go. Nicer.
It's still more fun casting. Holy cow, he just smoked that one. Boy, they're good and healthy though, James.
There he is. Purple chartreuse, baby. Come on up here. Thank you, sir. This is just a real nice average fish. And it's gonna be a while before they spawn. At least this one anyway. I'll see you later, fish. So that brings us to the end of today's show, and wouldn't you know it, a couple of old river guys are able to scratch together a pretty decent day on the water despite the tough conditions. Now, the river bite here out of Red Wing and all up and down the Mississippi River is going to get really good now that we're starting to see just some glimmers of hope with regards to some warmer temperatures. A lot of that snow is going to start to melt off, and if you can get out on the river before all that snow melts, and what I think is going to happen is all that snow is going to be too much of a good thing. We're probably going to see some pretty significant flooding on the Mississippi River. But before that happens, this bite up and down the Mississippi River is going to be prime for producing some huge fish. So if you got a chance, get the boat out of storage, get out there and give it a try yourself. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.